Just getting your light adjusted.
And no, I'd like to adjust it there. Okay, so what's your opinion on this letter to energy pipeline and all that? So,
Well, at the end of January, we had a closed-door session, a proper closed-door session. We were talking issues that are supposed to be in closed door. At the end of the meeting, near the end of the meeting, the mayor raised another issue about a request from the Chamber of Commerce. It was actually through the Canadian Chamber of Commerce for letters of support for the pipeline project. And before we knew it, we were into the discussion, debate. I had the letter amended at the end so that, if it went through, that it said it was still our support would only be based on the pipeline meeting all regulations, guidelines, which would include negotiations with First Nations and any treaty rights.
Yeah.
So the letter was approved, and at the end, all of a sudden, there was a discussion. Said, "Man, I don't think we shouldn't have done this. It shouldn't have been brought up in closed door because it wasn't an issue that should have been behind closed doors." So we made a process error. The letter is one thing, whether you agree with whether we should support it or not. The other thing is whether we should have dealt with it in closed doors. We should not have. It was an oversight, and I think today there's a media release going out from the city. If it's not going out today, I think it's today, saying that there was an error in process. We're going to discuss it publicly on the next Monday in an open session. The issue whether we should continue to support the letter or not, or send a new one.
So the councillors, whoever supports it, will have their say there.
Anybody publicly will have a chance to say whether we should be in that business at all, writing a letter, or if we do, who supports or against. So it'll be all public.
You support the?
I support I've gone over 4,000 homes in this area, and there's a big cry for jobs and new jobs in this community to keep people here and talent here, and a properly designed, environmentally approved pipeline I would support. I don't know if it'll ever get built because there's a lot of issues with...
It will not go to Quebec, no way.
It may not, Charles. No. I can't control what Quebec does.
Are you concerned about the St. John River?
Well, I'm always concerned about that.
We're on the St. John River.
We're on the St. John River, but I'm concerned about environment, absolutely. But at the same time, from the reading that I've done, and I'm no expert in this, a pipeline, in my opinion, is safer than rail, and things going by rail now as well. So there's oil in the ground in Alberta, and it will get to market somewhere. And as we transition away from that over the next generation or two, as we should try as a city, a province, and a country, and I think the Trudeau government's committed to that, and I am as well. But it's not going to happen tomorrow, and it's not going to happen in the next decade. So the oil's going to market. It's going to go somewhere. And if you can create some jobs here in the time being, safely, then I would be supportive of that.
So next Monday you will be supporting the letter to tell Justin Trudeau.
Well, we may decide as a council that we won't even send a letter because maybe it's not our place to do that, right?
But we're talking about this next Monday.
We're going to talk about that next Monday.
Okay.
So you be there and you can see it.
Oh, I will be there. No problem.
Okay.